I must say, this year was a year for emulsions. This one has its home on my desk right here. My holy grail of all time, I'm pretty sure we can still claim this title. I'm not going to say it's like a miracle cure, of course, but minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the best moisturizers of 2024. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください. We are back with another episode of the end of year best of videos, and this time we're talking moisturizers. As I explained in the first video, I will be mentioning all of my most used moisturizers this year, whether they are holy grails or new discoveries. Before we get started, my skin type is dry and dehydrated, and the general climate that I live in is on the drier side of things, being Melbourne, Australia. We're going to start off with the ones that I have mentioned in previous best of videos. The first one being my holy grail of all time. I'm pretty sure we can still claim this title. It is the P.CALM Cato cream. This one made my best of moisturizers list in 2022, and since then I have been using it constantly. At this point, I'm pretty sure I have like 7 to 8 empty tubes. I've also got my mum onto using this one. I've also got my auntie onto using this one, and it is just that moisturizer that I feel like I can use no matter what time, no matter what season, no matter what skin condition. I will say I have slowed down on using it a little bit this year, just so I can test out other products too, because that is my job. But whenever I travel, whenever I want one moisturizer I know I can rely on, this is still the one I pick up. This one is actually a fresh tube. I just got it out of its box today. It's not even like opened, it is sealed, because I used up my last tube during my Japan trip, which I just came back from like a week or two ago. I'm not going to open this one for now just because I have other moisturizers to use up, but honestly, I usually try to go without it for a while, but within like a month or so, I cave and open a new one. So yeah, it is still one of my most used moisturizers. This next one made my best of moisturizers list in 2021, and it is the Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream. If you know me, then you know that I love this moisturizer. I mean, even now, I literally have 3 open. I have one big tube in my main bathroom. I have a small jar in the second bathroom, and then I have another small jar that I keep in my travel bag, because this is also another moisturizer that I always take with me whenever I travel in those instances when my skin is irritated, when it needs a little bit of extra like juice at nighttime. This is the one that I lay on, and I really do feel like it works as a protective moisturizer on top. When I just need that healing overnight, this is the one I reach for. I also use it whenever I shave because my skin tends to get a little bit tingly, a little bit irritated. Logan, my partner, also loves this one. It's just something that's going to stay to be a staple in our household. I just know it. I mean, been using it for 3 years now and have not stopped. The only thing with this one is it is recommended for nighttime. It's not quite lightweight enough or kind of gels that well with makeup, I feel like personally. So it is one that I just use at nighttime. Although they actually recently released a lightweight gel version of the Midnight Blue formula. I need to definitely try that one to see if I can use that one during the day. I continue to use this non-stop this year too. These next 2 moisturizers actually made my list last year, best of moisturizers 2023, but I did continue to use them throughout this year as well. The first one being the Atobarrier 365 cream. I also just emptied this one. I'm pretty sure there's like nothing left in there, and it is the old formula. I must say I still prefer the old formula, and I do have a few backups of it, so I will continue to use it. I know a lot of people like the new formula still, but personally I did feel like the old one had a bit of a nicer dry down, and I felt like it absorbed better into my skin. It does use ceramides to heal, moisture, all of that, and this is the one that I tend to reach for when I want a little extra moisture at nighttime. My last of the holy grail list is the one that I reach for when my skin is very irritated and it needs some like SOS skin rescuing time, and it is the Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm. In terms of user experience, this is not my favorite just because the texture is quite thick. It can leave a bit of a cast on your skin and it's a bit hard to blend out, but when my skin is absolutely irritated, red, itchy, all of that, this is the best one to calm it down instantly. I can also access it very easily from Australia. Like, I don't have to order it online or anything. I can literally go down the street to Priceline or Chemist Warehouse and grab it. It is one that I have continued to rely on whenever my skin is feeling a little bit iffy. So yeah, that is definitely always in my cabinet now. Now we're going to move into the newly discovered moisturizers of this year. And I must say, this year was a year for emulsions. Like, most of my my choices have been emulsions, and I have talked about this multiple times, but in Asia and particularly Japan, emulsions are the preferred type of moisturizer. Basically, they are a more lightweight lotion-like moisturizer. So if you don't like something heavy or you don't like thicker creams or the texture of them, you actually would probably really like emulsions, and they can work as a lightweight moisturizer or even bridging the gap between, say, your serum and your cream step as an in-between layer of moisture too. So yeah, definitely look into them if you haven't already. Oh, and the other good thing is they usually come in a way bigger bottles. The first one I've got, I would like to give the title of Best Morning Moisturizer, and it is the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Emulsion in normal to dry skin. I honestly think this is the moisturizer that I've been using for most mornings for about 6 months now. Obviously, if I am trialing other products for sponsorships or reviews, I didn't use it like every single day, but when I'm not trialing anything, when I just want to grab something real quick in the morning to use, this tends to be the one that I reach for. And yet I'm still only like halfway because it is a 120ml bottle, and yeah, I have just been loving it. The texture is beautiful. It is this silky lightweight lotion. It leaves my skin feeling really like plump and soft and moisturized, but it's not heavy, it's not sticky. It does have a scent to it, which I feel like some people are going to be sensitive to because it is pretty strong. It's like a decent fragrance, but for me, I love it. I love products that have scents if I like the scent. So it's just such a pleasant moisturizer to use in the morning. It obviously uses blue hyaluronic acid, which is kind of their signature ingredient for their water bank range that Laneige does. It's supposed to be like a super duper micro size hyaluronic acid that helps to really deeply hydrate your skin. It does also use panthenol and probiotics, so it kind of keeps that healthy skin environment. And yeah, I don't know, the texture, the scent, how it leaves my skin, it just has been my go-to whenever I want to use something real quick in the morning. And yeah, I have not stopped using it this year. Hold up. The next one I have selected as the best moisturizer for sensitive skin, and it is the Recipeo Moist Emulsion. I know I've mentioned this one multiple times this year, and I am definitely nearing the end of it. I feel like there's about this much left. I have been using it somewhat sparingly, and those days where I'm feeling a little bit sensitive, as it is a very, very gentle, lightweight moisturizer. The brand is developed by Matsumoto Kiyoshi, which is one of the biggest drugstores in Japan, and on the front you can see that it says it is for sensitive and dry skin, and that it is a 9-free formula, meaning that it is free from 9 possible irritants. I do feel like most of us don't have a concern for, because they say it's free from like gluten, microplastics, things like that, which I feel like the average person, you know, doesn't really matter. But it is free from fragrance and then also alcohol, so I feel like that might affect some of you guys. The main ingredients it uses is glycerin, mineral oil, amino acids, tocopherol, and ceramide. So all very gentle ingredients, but ingredients that are going to help the health of your skin to moisturize and protect that skin barrier. As I said, the texture is kind of what sells it to me. It is so lightweight that it like runs down my hand, but it blends out to like almost a toner. I don't know, it's like a milky toner feel almost. Those mornings where I'm feeling irritated, want something lightweight but still moisturizing, I have been reaching for this one. And yeah, it gives like a nice hydrated glow to your skin too. I know this one's going to be a little bit hard to find online or outside of Japan, so if you happen to be in Japan and you're looking for a lightweight moisturizer for sensitive skin, this one is the one I would highly recommend. The last emulsion I have is the best one for wearing underneath makeup, and it is the Flaskin Soymilk Relief Protein Lotion. Another one that I feel like I'm using somewhat sparingly because I don't want to completely use it up. I'm pretty sure we're like here on the bottle. This one has its home on my desk right here because it is the moisturizer that I like using before wearing a decent amount of makeup. So even today I did use this moisturizer. I do like to do multiple layers of lightweight products just to give that really deep hydration and moisture moisture, but not so much product that it's going to interfere with my makeup. And I feel like this moisturizer just works perfectly. The other emulsions too, I feel like work perfectly fine underneath makeup, as most emulsions do, but this one, I just feel like it gives like a little bit of extra bounce and plumpness and glowiness to my skin that the other emulsions don't. And it's probably because it's a little bit more moisturizing, so it can help to extend that moisture throughout the day. Like this makeup I put on probably 3 to 4 hours ago, but still my skin is very, very moisturized because I've used a lightweight but moisturizing emulsion underneath. This one uses 69% of soy milk protein, which helps with that firmness of your skin, as well as 2% of niacinamide, which helps to even out that skin tone. On top of that, it also uses oatmeal protein, which helps to kind of soothe down irritated skin. So I feel like it is a great all-round emulsion. I feel like it's definitely enough moisture for most people, even at nighttime. And again, very generous bottle of 150 mils. Now for the last moisturizer that made the best of moisturizers of 2024, this one I feel like is the best everyday moisturizer, the Dr.Althea 345 Relief Cream. Looking at my favorite moisturizers, I feel like I'm someone who doesn't seek too much from my moisturizer. Like as long as it moisturizes and kind of strengthens my skin barrier, I'm pretty happy with it. But if you do have other skin concerns, I feel like a moisturizer like the Dr.Althea one will be really beneficial, because the 345 that is in their name, it actually signifies the ingredients that they have included in it. It's got 3 blemish relief ingredients for breakout prone acne skin, 4 nourishing ingredients, as well as 5 soothing ingredients. So it is a moisturizer that's going to be good for everyday use, but it has those soothing, moisturizing, acne fighting ingredients, hence making it a great everyday moisturizer, but with those extra benefits. Even though I have dry skin, I feel like I can use most seasons, morning and night, and they actually specifically recommend it as a lightweight post-acne cream due to those blemish relief and soothing ingredients. The first time I used it was actually when I just came back from a month-long trip in the US. My skin always gets a little iffy whenever I travel, so it had some red kind of itchiness, irritation on my skin. I used this morning and night for a week, and it was quite surprising how quickly it kind of healed it and got it back to normal. I'm not going to say it's like a miracle cure, of course, but if you want a moisturizer that's just going to help bring your skin back to a healthy state or keep it at that healthy state, I feel like this has a concoction of really, really good ingredients that's going to help do that. I opened this about 3 months ago and I've used like more than half of it, which is pretty quick for me. Maybe not for the average person, but being someone who has so many products to choose from every day, that's pretty darn quick for me to go through a moisturizer. So yeah, I've rated it the best everyday moisturizer for 2024. Well, there you have it, you guys. Another best of 2024 video done and dusted. I would absolutely love to know your most used moisturizer for this year. I mean, I feel like other categories, you know, but moisturizer is really, really important. And I feel like we could help each other out by like listing our favorite moisturizer, but I also want to know what you guys are using. So make sure you leave a comment below. If you have another moment to hang out with me and watch another video, please make sure you click one of these. I feel like you would definitely enjoy it. And I will see you next time in the next best of video. Bye!